It is their job to earn my vote. It is not my job to fall in line.
Arab and Muslim voters in Michigan are ready to abandon the Democratic Party.
There's nothing worse than genocide. There is nothing worse than watching our babies' brains spilled out day in and day out, people being buried alive under the rubble. There is nothing worse than that.
Any candidate or any political party that has been complicit in providing political cover and material support for a genocide is not worth voting for.
We're back talking to voters in Dearborn, Michigan, home to the largest Arab American community in the U.S.
It's a time in history in American politics where we're choosing from the bottom of the barrel.
Disappointed is an understatement, for Kamala's position on Gaza. And at the same time, I think Donald Trump would be disastrous for our country.
The reality is it is a Democratic administration that is funding and excusing genocide. It is a Democratic administration that is allowing the biggest land grab in the West Bank in 20 years. It's really hard to look at somebody in my community and say, it's going to be worse. The genocide is going to be worse.
Men, women, and children are being slaughtered, and we're paying for it, and we're funding it, and it's our weapons. That's my main issue.
Do I want to stop Donald Trump from becoming president again? Or do I want to vote my conscience and demonstrate also the power of the Arab American and Muslim vote?
Arab and Muslim voters overwhelmingly supported the Democratic Party in 2020. An estimated 69% of them voted for Biden in the last election. Now, a recent national poll puts Kamala Harris's support with the Muslim community at 30%. And that's tied with the percentage of Muslim Americans who say they're planning on voting for Jill Stein and the Green Party.
I'm a registered Democrat, but I am voting for Jill Stein.
It's important to show that the two options that we're presented with aren't necessarily our only two options.
40,000 people dead, 20,000 children dead. This is just too much for any of us to say, you know what, let's look past this and continue to support the Democratic Party.
I'm definitely not voting for genocide, so I definitely will be voting for an independent candidate who supports my belief.
Right now we have a choice between candidates who have been continuous supporters of Netanyahu, and we also have a candidate who has called this a genocide. I really don't understand why Democrats would think that out of the three candidates we would go with that.
A few moments later.
It looks like ethnic cleansing. It sounds like ethnic cleansing. It's an ethnic cleansing campaign in Gaza and the West Bank and southern Lebanon. And Mike Huckabee was just named as the guy who's going to oversee the final stages of that campaign. And so our message right now is to President Biden, you've got to do something about this. President Biden, stand up for once to Netanyahu before Donald Trump successfully gets away with pinning this legacy of this ethnic cleansing campaign on you and you alone.